What's poppin', gang? You know King Von like to blow money like crazy. He'd be taking money to the block, feeding everybody, buying all types of stuff. So in this video, I'm gonna react to all the stuff that Von bought when he was still alive.
I said we got 12 production. So not 10. Oh, 10. Hey, look what I bought my mom.
King Von went from broke to millionaire overnight after Lil Durk signed him to his OTF label. Von's first week with real money, he purchased his mother an $800,000 home alongside a brand new Mercedes before buying himself anything. King Von wrote, "I bought my mama a new Benz, I paid off her old car, and I'm waiting for the approval of this new house for her. The best son in the world award goes to, but for real, all I ever wanted to do was make my OG proud. I gave her 20 grand too."
Hey, look what I bought my mom. And that big. Bro, plus 5 12. And she got a bond like us. For them aggressive forever. I don't want my look.
Every time these rappers get money, the first thing they do is fucking buy a goddamn watch.
Look, when you put your mama left, toss off a flex on you. See, she gonna put a big couch.
And they always say, "Oh, I'm gonna buy a house, my mom. That's the first thing." Okay.
So, bought her right here. She gonna put that right there. She gonna put that big TV I bought her up there. She wanna put over the 5 flex. I'm like, man, that ain't gonna work over there, you know what I'm saying?
Which is the type of guy that King Von...
Like, who even watch TV anymore, man? Everybody's on their computers and phones. Nobody don't even really watch TV like that anymore. At least nobody that I know.
Truly was. He cared about everyone else before himself because according to court records, King Von owned a smaller house in Hazel Crest, Illinois, just 30 minutes away from Chicago, which the only reason we know this is because of one of the locations that officers captioned when they arrested him in 2019.
Put your other hand on top of your head, please. What?
What? Atlanta girl.
Yeah. Oh. So just face him. Just change it.
You too, I hate it like this, partner. You ain't never give me no hard time.
Hey, man, when you can't explain to your aunt, man, like, it's not, we don't know what your case is. We just people to come pick you up.
People would locate the house on Zillow, realizing that it's a $400,000 home, meaning he spent half the cost of the house that he bought his mom. However, King Von had one true love, and this was jewelry. Easily his most iconic piece was his large O-block chain that he wore constantly, which he customized at Icebox Jewelers in Atlanta.
I'm not gonna lie, the O-block chain is hard though.
Kind of like graffiti style. Just like, you know.
Check this out.
That's what's it.
Like the O, like a, I don't know, like long instead of wide. Like, see, that's kind of wide.
He got blue out there. I think blue out. I think smooth. More gold. Yeah. I said we got 12 production. 12 all together.
But once again, showing just how generous King Von is, he also purchased 10 other smaller O-block chains for the rest of his crew. This overall costed Von $250,000 just to represent his home block, where we would even witness the moment where King Von started handing out the O-block chains to his closest friends.
Their O-block chain looks small as hell compared to King Von's one. But I mean, that makes sense. You can't get everybody a big one.
Real BB stupid, man.
However, a dark story would come along with the Diamond O-block chains because King Von would give some as a reward to those members who took out FBG Duck. Initially, it was a mystery who did the crime, but after detectives dug into security footage, they captured the moment that O-block members rushed into 2 vehicles and tracked them going all the way down to where FBG Duck was shopping in downtown Chicago. They'd do the crime and immediately return back home in the same vehicles. Once they confirmed that the job was done, King Von would then reward those 6 members with brand new Diamond O-block chains. King Von would then be featured on a DJ Academic.
I don't want no damn chain, man. Give me some money, man. I'm spending the rest of my life in prison. Give me some bread.
Interview where he would react to FBG Duck passing.
Were you saddened by the news that he would?
Man, I heard. I ain't go to sleep at night. Can't believe it.
total cat, man. He hated that dude, man. He's the one he wanted him dead.
Hold on, bro.
He's telling home, bro. He's dying laughing, bro. I just can't show it on camera.
Oh, let's talk about some other.
Despite King Von being a menace to all of his rivals on the streets, his own people really loved him. Because once King Von passed, they all made an agreement that King Von's big O-Block chain would remain the biggest for the rest of time.
I feel like nobody should get the big O-Block chain because I feel like that'll be, bro, just let him have that. You see what I'm saying? Like, let him have the big O-Block chain. That's like legendary. So he should be the only one that had that chain. Nobody.
You're the only one that can afford it. Broke ass dudes can't afford it.
And go get after him or nothing like that. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, like, he the only one. Like, he deserved that chain. Like, that's, I don't know, because, you know, he ain't hit no more. So it's like, I just feel like nobody shouldn't get that chain. Like,
King Von would add to his jewelry collection by showing love for OTF and Lil Durk by getting a customized OTF chain with a Cuban link costing another $50,000. King Von loved the design of the Cuban link chain, so he decided to purchase 2 Cuban link bracelets to go around his wrist. These are completely iced out. They costed him $30,000, but King Von was still missing something. The something just so happened to be an iced out watch. King Von loved his watches. His most famous one was his 8P Royal Oak that he purchased, but he didn't like the base version of it so much, so he took it to an Atlanta jeweler who put diamonds all over it.
Just gotta bust down. That's what every Negro does. They gotta bust down. That shit ruins the value of them damn watches.
This was King Von's favorite watch, and you'll actually see him wearing it in almost every picture he's ever taken. Other watches in King Von's collection is a Rolex Date 41 with a green dial with VVS diamonds surrounding it. He also owns an iced out Cartier Santos and even a $150,000 Patek Nautilus. But the reason for so many different designer watches is because King Von saw it as a store of value. Being from
Ain't no value, man. That thing devalues when they do all that stuff on there, man. The only way that has good value, keep that shit stock, original. The only person that's gonna buy that shit like that is another stupid clown that's rapper. Oh, I want to buy this because King Von have it. Yeah, maybe they'll pay top dollar, but other than that, it's better to keep that shit original if you want to fucking build value and shit.
the streets, he mentioned no one ever taught him how to invest money, so he continued purchasing top designer watches as a store of value. According to court records, when he passed, his watch collection totaled over $600,000, which was all then passed down to his mom. But the interesting part, according to court documents, is how much money King Von had in vehicles. First on the list was every rapper's dream car, being a Rolls Royce. He bought a Cullinan for $380,000, as King Von
Damn, I didn't know he bought that Rolls Royce. I thought you rented that shit or at least that shit.
couldn't resist the luxury of the car from the starlit roof and specialized coach door.
Because really think about it, it don't make that much sense. Like, when you just start out rapping, you shouldn't be going to buy all them cars. These guys are always on the road touring. I wouldn't buy no cars, man. I would lease them out, rent them or whatever. Stack that bread.
Not to mention, it's the dream luxury ride to sit in while you have a hired driver taking you around. But that wasn't his only Rolls Royce, because Lil Durk also later gifted Von a second one, this being none other than the Rolls Royce Wraith. Von was so happy and joyful about getting this ride, he even recorded the time that he was sat in the back seat for the first ever ride-along.
How you that?
But if you know anything about King Von, he also liked to go fast, which is why he would purchase the Chevrolet Camaro ZL1. He purchased this for $90,000, and he had it fully customized until realizing it didn't go fast enough. He would then purchase the iconic SRT Hellcat, this for $120,000, where Von would take the Hellcat on joyrides, topping it out at over 200.
That's every Nico's favorite car, the fucking Hellcat.
100 miles an hour until he was pulled over. This was one of his favorite cars of all time, and it fits perfectly in with Lil Durk's song Hellcats and Trackhawks, where Durk would even feature King Von's car in the music video. But King Von also purchased a black Mercedes-Benz AMG. He purchased this
That's what I'm talking about. I love those Mercedes.
for $150,000 until he then sold it only 2 weeks later after realizing that he can't go out in public in flashy cars or else it would be a security risk. Vaughn would then use that money to purchase an all blacked out Escalade while also hiring a full-time driver. He then customized the Escalade to be fully bulletproof according to his manager.
Vaughn traveled in a proof truck, and not only that, his guys are security, man. He travels with 10 to 15 guys daily. They protect and love Vaughn more than any security would.
Security was a major issue for King Von due to his past and constant issues with other street rivals. While you could consider all of Von's friends,
And then he still got caught lacking. It didn't make no sense. He got set up, man. I'm telling you.
street security who would do anything for him, he still had to go out of his way to purchase other forms of security where he would spend over 6 figures a year to protect himself. But unfortunately, with the dangerous life of being a rapper, his life was cut short, and therefore he wasn't able to create any bigger item collections for himself. But King Von had plans to expand. King Von was actually in the middle of looking and getting paperwork to purchase a Range Rover for his sister Kayla. He wanted to show love for one of his closest siblings, but unfortunately, he didn't get to see it through. Luckily, with the impact that King Von had on everyone, he was loved by many people. So we saw 21 Savage decide to take matters into his own hands. Savage wrote, "I never speak on stuff like this because I didn't do it for the internet, but y'all are being disrespectful. I knew Von's sister Kayla before I knew Von. She talked to my little brother. King Von was already planning on purchasing the gift for her birthday, but due to his passing, he wasn't able to finish it. So all I did was finish what he started because I told Kayla when he passed, I had her for life and I meant it."
I'm so happy. I love him. Y'all don't know what I was going through to try to get this car. I'm so happy. I can't believe him. He bought me a car.
King Von's sister Kayla was beyond happy that 21 Savage pulled through for her and made her brother's wish come true, but there was many people who got expensive items created in honor of King Von, like one of his longtime girlfriends over the years, Asian Doll. She made a piece to remember him by spending $80,000 on the chain, which is a replica of King Von made out of diamonds wearing his iconic Burberry shirt. But it's what Lil Durk did that was so special because he purchased a diamond chain and pendant that showcased a picture of the two together. He calls this his memory chain that he spent over $50,000 on, but he only got that small piece because he was in the middle of working on a much bigger one where he would later showcase the famous V-Roy chain. This is covered in high quality emerald VVX.
Yeah, the V-Roy chain, that shit look hard.
His diamonds. It costed him over $500,000.
Y'all go to V-Roy, this deep thing. Y'all know where they at, man.
It was the least that Lil Durk could do considering him and King Von were brothers, but also because according to court documents, Lil Durk was able to obtain 2 of King Von's most famous watches from his collection as something to hold on to for the rest of his life.
Oh, I lost my little thing right there.
I ain't
Hey, you lost my. Got 4 of them. Got 4 of them right there. What else you got? A paddock. A paddock.
This really shows the love that all the OTF members had for each other. Just like the time where King Von got his first ever biggest check from music, he would end up giving out the money to those struggling around him on O Block. He went back to O Block with a duffel bag full of cash, and he gave it all back to his day ones.
It's one thing I respect about Von. He don't mind giving back back to the block, family, whoever. Dude spread that money, man. He wasn't grimy at all with them when it came to the money. He was just nasty how he talked about other rappers and fighting and all that stuff. But other than that, he showed love, you know?
yeah. You know,
something nice now, boy. Look.
Because King Von was making so much money, he didn't even know what to do with it all. From his shows, music streams, and merch, he even had to go to the bank to deposit $1 million in person.
Hey, me and Louis at our second home. Oh yeah, Louis. This is our second home.
Right, Clint. You know, he did.
Dude was making crazy money, man. A lot of the money came from YouTube. He did shows. Like, he wasn't even around to like really make the real money. He could have been, if he was still alive, man, he would be making super stupid crazy money, young boy money right now if he was still alive.
Somebody else right now. It's all about how you do.
But while King Von was so generous to everyone around him, it was ultimately Lil Durk that gave King Von the last gift he would ever receive, because he would retaliate against those who took him out. Because when King Von was in the parking lot of a club in Atlanta, he ran into Quando Rondo and his crew, which resulted in Von hopping out of his car and jumping on Quando.
He jumped out the car. By the time Von jumped out the car, I don't even think he knew where so-and-so was. He just jumped out the car. He bumped into so-and-so. As soon as he bumped into so-and-so, started brawling.
The two had a long time beef building up. King Von wanted to face him in person, but unfortunately, Quando's friend Lil Tim would come behind the white vehicle where he would use a firearm towards King Von multiple times.
Alright, that's enough. I don't want to go over the whole him dying story. There's plenty of the videos out there, but just showing you guys that King Von, he spent his money good, man. He hooked everybody up. You know, yeah, you gotta spend money on yourself too. He bought a lot of jewelry and stuff. Me personally, I wouldn't be buying all that jewelry, but it is what it is. If you guys like this content, hit the like, subscribe, leave a comment. I'll see you guys in the next. Peace out.